Imagine a sprawling city that never sleeps. The traffic never stops. Delivery trucks are constantly unloading cargo day and night. The streets are overflowing with boxes, and the sanitation workers are completely overwhelmed. Eventually, the roads jam, the power grid flickers, and the city starts suffocating under its own weight. Now take a deep breath and look at your own hands. That overloaded city is your body on a modern eating schedule. You are likely here because you want to shed a few pounds or finally wake up without feeling exhausted all the time. That is a great start. But the truth is, weight loss is just a tiny side effect of what is actually about to happen to you. We are about to flip a master switch hidden deep inside your cells that literally rewrites the way you age. Every single time you put food into your mouth, whether it is a hearty breakfast, a quick midday snack, or a sweet treat before bed, you are sending a very specific biological command to your cells. That command is grow, build, expand. In our modern world, we are practically eating around the clock. Your cells are trapped in a perpetual state of construction. They are building relentlessly, but they are completely denied the opportunity to do something absolutely critical for your survival. They never get to repair. When your system is constantly digesting food and pumping insulin, it lacks the bandwidth to clean up the internal mess. And trust me, the mess is staggering. Damaged proteins begin to pile up. Cellular waste accumulates in the dark corners. The tiny power plants inside your cells start misfiring. We have been conditioned to accept this steady decline as normal aging. But it is not. It is physiological neglect. Aging as we know it is largely a biological error caused by a system that never gets a day off. And the most beautiful part of this science is that this error can be corrected. So you decide to flip that switch. Yet you decide to stop eating for 16, 18, maybe 24 hours. But here is the harsh reality. At first, your body does not thank you. It panics. You feel it almost immediately. There is a dull throb behind your eyes. A wave of irritability washes over you, making you snap at the people you love. Your stomach starts gnawing, and it feels less like hunger and more like an emergency alarm blaring in your head. A voice inside screams at you to eat something right now. This is the exact boundary where most people quit. They feel this intense discomfort. They think they are starving. And they bail right before the magic happens. But your body is not actually starving. It is simply confused. For your entire life, you have been running on one primary fuel source, which is glucose. It is simple, easy, and instant energy. Cutting off that supply causes your metabolism to sputter and protest. Scientists call this metabolic inflexibility. Think of your energy storage like two appliances in a house. Glucose is the refrigerator right there in your kitchen. It is incredibly convenient. You open the door and grab a quick bite. But your body fat is a massive deep freezer, packed with enough energy to keep you thriving for weeks. The catch is that this freezer is locked away down in a dark basement. Because you have never had to use it, your body has completely forgotten where it put the key. That headache you are feeling, that crushing fatigue and brain fog. That is not starvation. That is just the uncomfortable friction of your body fumbling in the dark, trying to remember how to walk down those basement stairs. Here is where the science gets truly beautiful. Somewhere around the 12 to 18 hour mark, something incredible shifts inside you. That kitchen refrigerator we talked about, your liver glycogen, is officially empty. And when that happens, a massive physiological change occurs. Your insulin levels drop like a stone. Yeah, my name with that hormone was the heavy lock on the basement door holding your fat stores hostage. Suddenly, your body remembers. It finds the key. The door swings wide open. For the first time in years, maybe even decades, your system reaches down into that deep freezer and starts pulling energy directly from your fat stores. But your body is not just burning raw fat. your liver starts converting that fat into something far more powerful: ketones. These are clean-burning molecules that your brain absolutely thrives on. The moment these ketones start flowing through your bloodstream, you experience a profound physical transformation. The dense fog in your head lifts completely. Those intense hunger pangs that were screaming at you earlier, they just quiet down and fade away into nothing. You feel a sudden surge of vitality. Your energy does not just slowly return, it absolutely skyrockets. This is not some artificial stimulant high. This is your body and your brain finally running on premium high-grade fuel for the very first time in years. You have officially crossed the threshold, but the energy surge you feel is just the beginning. Once you push past the 16-hour mark, and your digestive system is finally completely empty, your body realizes it has some free time. It does something truly remarkable. It calls in the night demolition crew. This profound biological process is called autophagy, and the discovery of how it works actually won a Nobel Prize in 2016. Autophagy literally translates to self-eating. Your cells start actively scanning themselves, looking for anything broken, outdated, or malfunctioning. They hunt down misfolded proteins and old damaged mitochondria that are just taking up space. Then, like a highly trained recycling plant, they dismantle all that cellular garbage and use the raw materials to build brand new healthy structures. Your internal building is finally empty, so the cleaning crew can actually do their job. Yes, while this deep cellular cleansing is taking place, another massive shift occurs. Because your gut is resting, the chronic, low-grade inflammation in your entire body completely plummets. This invisible inflammation is the silent fire behind almost every modern disease, from heart disease to diabetes, and even the rapid aging of your skin. As the internal fire dies down, people often notice their chronic joint pain simply vanishes. Their skin clears up, and that stubborn, puffy, bloated look disappears entirely. What you are experiencing is not starvation. It is a powerful biological principle called hormesis. It works exactly like lifting heavy weights in the gym. When you lift, you create tiny tears in your muscle fibers. That mild temporary stress is exactly what forces your muscles to rebuild much stronger than before. Fasting applies that exact same mild stress to your cells. It tells them to toughen up, adapt, and become far more resilient. You are not just resting your body. You are actively forcing it to grow biologically younger. Now, you might be thinking this all sounds great, but I do not want to lose all my hard-earned muscle. This is the single biggest fear people have about fasting, and it is completely backwards. Think about this logically for a second. Imagine you are an ancient hunter-gatherer. You have not eaten in 2 days, and there is no grocery store around the corner. You need to track, hunt, and kill an animal if you want to survive. Would evolution, that ruthless optimizer that kept our species alive, make you weaker in that exact moment? Would it break down your muscles, the very tools you need to catch your food? That would be evolutionary suicide. Evolution does not make you weak when you are hungry. It makes you lethal. When you fast, your body floods your system with human growth hormone. We are talking about massive spikes of 300 to 500%. Your body does this specifically to protect your muscle tissue. Yes, it knows your muscle is functional infrastructure. You do not tear down the walls of your house just to keep the fireplace burning. You use the firewood stacked in the basement. Your body prioritizes burning fat because fat is exactly that expendable stored fuel. Your muscles are completely safe, but the physical benefits are only half the story. Let us talk about what is happening upstairs in your brain. Earlier, we mentioned how your brain loves running on ketones, but fasting unlocks another absolute superpower. Your brain releases a powerful protein called BDNF. Scientists literally refer to this as miracle grow for your brain. This incredible protein does not just protect your existing brain cells. It actually stimulates the growth of brand new neurons and dramatically strengthens the vast connections between them. This is exactly why people report an insane level of mental clarity and intense focus when they fast. It is not just a feeling. Your neurochemistry is literally upgrading itself, making you sharper, faster, and more mentally resilient than ever before. So let us zoom out and look at the big picture. Stop thinking about the next 30 days and start thinking about the next 30 years. There is a brutal gap between your lifespan, which is how long you are simply alive, and your health span, which is how long you are actually living. The average person spends the last 15 years of their life managing a slow, painful decline. They sit in waiting rooms shuffling through pharmacies and watching their independence slip away one prescription at a time. But long-term fasting actively compresses that window of suffering. It takes those 15 years of decline and shrinks them down to maybe 2 or 3. We are talking about the profound difference between being 75 years old and hiking up a mountain versus being 75 and confined to a wheelchair. Think about the world we live in right now, and we are completely drowning in an ocean of cheap, engineered, and highly addictive food. In the 21st century, constant consumption is no longer a privilege. The ultimate superpower of our time is discipline. It is the rare ability to look at absolute abundance and quietly say, "Not yet." You must remember this clearly. Fasting is not about starving yourself. You are actively starving the systemic inflammation, the severe insulin resistance, and the cellular junk that has been slowly killing you for years. Now, I need to be completely honest with you. This process is not a magic trick. You cannot fast for 20 hours and then break it with a massive pile of junk food, expecting a miracle to happen. Fasting simply amplifies your good habits. It does not magically erase your bad ones. It is, however, the most powerful tool we possess to physically upgrade the human body. So if you are ready to stop just slowly aging and start truly evolving, you need to begin this journey today.